Hey guys. Hey Mercedes. Nice to see you here. Give me a second. Just looking something up real quick. All right. I'm here. I'm paying attention. Sort of. I'm looking at kettle guards. Kettle guards are wristbands. You can see the bruise there. There's a reason for that bruise. One, um, I'm not in kettlebell shape, meaning my body is not prepared for yet for what it used to do. It's getting there though. And my technique is still off. Once the technique gets better and once the body conditions for the sport aspect of it, then things get better, and they will. So I hope everyone's having a good day. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week. And I hope it's going to be a good week for everyone. I certainly hope it's going to be a good week for me, but we'll see. Nothing's guaranteed. But largely, my weeks are. My weeks are good, largely, as they go. All right. Hey, Dottie. Dottie, how are you? Happy Veterans Day. Happy Remembrance Day to everyone. I mentioned before, my father served till the end of World War II. He was 17 years old. He figured, no one knew how long the war was going to last. He figured that he was going to get drafted and not get a choice of what he wanted to do. So he figured he wanted to be in the Navy. So he figured he would enlist. Took his high school equivalency test early at the age of 17, and with his parents' permission, he enlisted in the Navy and spent the last months of World War II on a mine sweep in the South Pacific. He would have served in Korea as he was still in the Navy Reserves, but he asked for a I forget what they're called. He asked for a delay in service while he finished his semester. By the time he had finished the semester, the war was over. Let's see. Mercedes says hello. Jordan says hi to Mercedes. Give me 1 second. I want to bring up my desktop. It's easier to see everyone's comments. I don't have to squint. And our friend Dottie says, I'm okay. I'll message you tomorrow. I've not been feeling very positive on and off YouTube, but now trying to stay positive. So have unhidden my channel. Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Dottie. If I can help you in any way, just let me know. City says okay. Jordan says, what do you mean? Uh, what do you mean help? And hi, Dottie. What do you mean? What do I mean? Dottie says hi to Mercedes. And on the subject of serving on this day, Remembrance Day, my two of my uncles actually uh, liberated some of the more horrific concentration camps in World War II. And my wife slash ex-wife slash significant other served 23 and a half years in the Air Force, including a tour of Iraq in 2008. Jordan says, hey, Eric, have a great day. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that, my friend. City says, are you a cat? You a cat or person? It's an excellent question. Jordan says, he's a person. He's a person or an incredibly talented cat. Let's see. Let me bring up Jordan's channel. It's a nice looking channel, my friend. And I just subscribed to you. So anyway, to bring it all about full circle, to those who served, to those who are serving, not yet veterans, but when you retire, you will be. Thank you. Jordan says, why are you checking out people's channels? Because you're here visiting. It's the same reason why you're here visiting, right? You're here to check out my channel and see what I have to say, which isn't much, to be honest. So I return the favor. That's what we do. I would think that if we didn't want people to see our channels, we probably wouldn't have channels, right? The reason why we're on social media is to be social with our media. Jordan says, okay. Jordan says, I'm not talking to Mercedes. Hey, Nightmare. Nobody important, Eric. Just the Nightmare again. Well, welcome, Nightmare. How are you? How's your Monday? I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not bad at all. I never understood that. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's bad, but not too bad. I hope it's only a little bit bad. Does that even make sense when we stop and think about it? I hope it's not too bad. Let's see. Nightmare says, I hate Mondays. Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. It can be a tough day for many people. You know, studies have shown traffic incidents are significantly higher. Not to bum you out. More people have heart attacks. It's just a stressful day. However, there's antidotes to stress. So we can brace ourselves. We can prepare ourselves for Mondays. Jordan says, well, good thing we don't have school. It's so freaking boring. Yes, school can be. That's for sure. Nightmare says, you're not helping, Eric. I know. But there's an antidote. Everything we experience is a translation of our inner conceptual ideas of what's happening. We're not really experiencing a Monday. There's no such thing as a Monday. It's made up. It's a word. There's absolutely no difference between a Monday and a Tuesday, except for what we do in those days. So if everything's open to our mental translation, let's just retranslate. Let's call it Fun Day. All right, we don't have to call it Fun Day, but let's reframe it. Opportunity to start off, if this was a work week, opportunity to start off work week knowing that you are doing the thing that right now, at least, you're meant to be doing. This is what Friedrich Nietzsche, and I'm pronouncing his name wrong, which is no surprise, as I pronounce every single name wrong, including mine. Let's see, Mercedes hates Mondays too. Hey, Odom, man, it was awesome to hear you yesterday. What a great fit on Goga. Jordan says, wait. So we could say we can reconceptualize Mondays. Consider it an opportunity. And if we count our blessings, and we should, every day should start with gratitude. So even if we find ourselves working in a job that we dislike, hey, we're working in a job when so many people aren't. We're hopefully providing ourselves and those we love shelter and food, maybe an occasional book. Maybe we get to exchange Christmas presents. If a job we like, man, that's even better, even awesome. But no matter what, I was talking about Friedrich Nietzsche. He called it embracing your fate. Let's look that up. Let's talk about Nietzsche. Let's see if we can learn how to, after 40, 50 years of reading, 40 years, Nietzsche, I can learn how to pronounce his name. Probably not. Odin says, appreciate it. Embrace your fate. All right. Actually, it was more like falling in love with your fate. And what you're doing in each moment is your fate. Fate isn't a set thing. You know, we don't look around and say, well, crap, this is my fate. I'm stuck. Fate is a fluid thing. This is your fate now. The very next moment, it's another fate. Odom says, appreciate it. You're welcome, my friend. City says, what do you say, Jordan? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Jordan's saying. Nightmare says, on a more serious note, though, I do need to get serious about my breath work. I have an issue with letting things get to me and ruin my mood, so I need to fix that. Breath work is awesome. You get 90% of the benefits of meditation through doing breath work. 3 times a day, therapeutically as needed. Therapeutically would mean if you feel a little more stressful. So let's say we have our morning breath work, our afternoon breath work, and our sleep hygiene before bed breath work. But let's say you have a particularly stressful day at work and it's only 10 a.m., 2 hours away from your afternoon breathwork session. So therapeutically, you enter a specific breathwork that brings you to a specific state that you need. If you need more energy, you do an energetic breathwork. If you need to calm down, if you need to be more responsive and less reactive, if you feel anxiety building up, a specific breathwork. 10 breaths. You can do more, but 10 breaths is the minimal dose with the maximum output. You're going to take 10 breaths anyway, regardless of what you do. A message is being held. Let's see. I don't like you, guy. You're weird. Well, yeah, that's the whole title. Did you not read before you came here? This is the place to be weird. I think if you exit the live stream, go down the hall, take a left, there's another live stream that says, hey, no weird people allowed. That would be your place. So hopefully, guys, you'll have some fun. Hey, Be Confident, how are you? No need to delete anything. Are you back on the trail? Be Confident. So 10 breaths, 3 times a day, therapeutically as needed. You get 95% of all the benefits of meditation, which means responsiveness, which means calm, which means reducing stress, which means being more interactive and caring towards people, because we're calmer. If we're calm, completely so, serene and at peace, have you ever been in an argument? Have you ever calmly been in an argument with a loved one? I mean, truly calm. We could fake it just to get on someone's nerves. Great way to get on someone's nerves in an argument. Pretend that you're calm. I'm just calmly explaining. See how that gets you. Hey, X Infinity, how are you? I was talking about, I started a conversation talking about veterans, thanking them for their service. As you will be a veteran, thank you, my friend. I mentioned before my wife slash ex-wife slash person served 23 and a half years in the Air Force. And my dad served in the Navy during World War II. That's okay, Be Confident. Naima says, just make sure you don't go down the hall and accidentally take a right. That would be devastating. It would be devastating. Absolutely. They're even weirder over there than we are here. Those guys are freaks, man. Confidence says, I'm back on very little data. I'm on a bench right now. Taking another break. Hey, how many, I left early today from the hotel. How many miles are you putting in on the average a day? City says, hi to Confident. Confident says, Yogi, I have a question. Why did you and your wife split up? It's a good question. It's not like we drifted apart, but we drifted in different directions. I was very, in a lot of ways, I was very closed off, that I was seeking things on a very meditative, yogic level. Let me put it more bluntly. I wanted complete liberation. I wanted enlightenment. I wanted to live my life by some very ideal values of interior work that didn't leave me a whole lot of navigating room outside of that. I wanted to write. I wanted to be a writer. And I was doing some things in my life that didn't fit into that, which led me to be withdrawn for lots of reasons. My mom was also beginning her long journey into darkness with Alzheimer's disease, which was stressful, and some other things that I won't get into. But we always stayed together. And then she went to Iraq for a year, and that was very tough on her. When we came back, we were unable to join in the way that we had used to. But we worked through. And we've been working. We've been working together from day one, you know? We just needed a space to be together. Does that make sense? I actually like that. Space, we needed space so we could still be together. 26, man, that's awesome. Roughly 26 miles on the average on some rough terrain, guys. Yesterday, 30, I think. Wow. So, Nightmare, if you're still hanging out, and if you have to leave, before you know you got to leave, give me 5 minutes and we'll do another little bit of breath work. We'll do something different than what we did this morning. Confidence says, Yogi, I've struggled with this question for myself for a while. I'd like to answer it for me with your best advice. Nightmare says, no problem, Eric. I'm still here. And hey, if you send me an email, it's in my email is in my channel main page, whatever that's called. We could do a What's Up app. And I'll give you the full breath course, 100%, absolutely for free. For the low price, the unbelievable price of absolutely nothing. Oh man, I'm not smarter than you. On any level, am I not smarter than you? I might be older than you. I might be balder than you, although I have never seen your picture. That might or might not be true. What is the purpose of life? Here's a good question. What do you want it to be? What do you want your purpose in life to be? Some people are born lucky enough. They are born to be a musician. That's their purpose. Others aren't so much. Sometimes we got to stumble into it. Confidence says, I'm 53. Why did I think you were so much younger? Man, hey, way to get on the trail at 53 and doing what you've always wanted to do. It's impressive. Got a thick head of hair. Now you're just rubbing it in, man. That's that's unfair. I can't complain. I had hair up until 30-ish or so. Now, according to yogic Vedic philosophy, Dharma is our purpose in life. And everyone thinks discovering your purpose is my job or even my vocation. But it isn't. That's your job. That's your vocation. Your Dharma is the thing that makes your soul sing when you're doing it. So it could be very different, very separate from the job that you're doing. Sometimes you need to do a job to support your Dharma. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Sometimes your job, your vocation is your Dharma, as it is for many musicians, many physicians who are also healers. But here's my thoughts. Your purpose is to be alive. Your purpose is, as Ram Dass said, to walk each other home. You're here to walk someone home. You're here to love someone. Someone is here to love you. And it doesn't matter who it is. It does not matter who that is. When you say love someone, you say, well, spouse, someone else. Sometimes I think, what if my entire purpose was to just be a caregiver for my father? I'm absolutely fine with that. Anything that comes after this is now a bonus. But as I mentioned before, hey, Daisy. Daisy, how are you? Let's see. Mercedes says, "Hey Eric, I have a question. I don't see your." Let's see. So if you go on my main page, the one that says just see Yogi doing burpees in his basement, and if you let's see. And if you go to channel details, you click the little thing that says about, and you go down, you'll see a little gray box that says view email address. And it is Eric McCarty65 at, don't laugh at me. I know you want to, and I know you're going to anyway. AOL.com. Yes. American Online. Yes, it's old. I'm old too. Give me a break, guys. City says, can I have your email? Absolutely. Cypress says, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. Medium skinny build. Says our friend, be confident. Nightmare says, if your entire existence was to be a caregiver for your father, then you're doing side missions at this point. Look at all the good you've done on here. Built a whole community and connected friends. You know, I thank you for that. And I think about that too, especially in light of the election, which divided us and is going to continue to do so for so many people. And Nightmare has a completely different political mindset. Maybe not as different as we think, but the outcome of who, had he been in the States, he would have voted for, and me. But why does that have to make a difference? We think differently on one particular subject, but I bet if we were to sit down and have a cup of coffee together, we would agree upon more than we disagreed with. I think we can both agree that even the most optimistic among us, even in my most optimistic mindset that I could muster, I still got to say, you know what? Mondays do pretty much suck. You know, that's common ground. City says, thanks, Nightmare. So when I was, Mercedes was, bye everyone, I'm going to hang out with Jace. All right, tell Jace I said hi. I didn't know Jace was live. I'm going to pop in and hit the like for him. So I got a little depressed. Oh, by the way, our friend Leo is live as well. So I want to say hi. I want to pop in and say hi to him. Games Skype is live. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Games Skype. You can make some great connections. You can grow your channel if that is what anyone is tempted to do. Odin says, I woke up, think this was a holiday. I was wrong. It isn't for a lot of people, is it? I guess if you're government. Let's see. Daisy saying hi to everyone. Daisy says, bye, Mercedes. Nema says, we're all still human, regardless of who you like when it comes to politics. That shouldn't divide us. Absolutely, it should not. Confidence says, thanks, Yogi. So, Daisy says, it is a no IDSY in US. What is IDSY? I know it's a government holiday. Daisy says it's a holiday here in the US. Yes. Well, mainly for government workers, right? Are kids still in school today? Hey Pokemon, how are you? Pokemon says, hello my friends. How are you, Yogi? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. And Nightmare very wisely says, in the end, we all want the same thing. Absolutely. Napoleon Dynamite says, hi. Hello, my friend. What an awesome movie that was. Confidence says, it's incredibly beautiful on the trail. Yeah, the whole trail has something to offer. I love every bit of it, every section that I've been on. Odin says, it's a public holiday. Yes, kids have school here. That's what I thought. Ah, Daisy said typo. Gotcha. So, Confident is laughing. Napoleon. When my father passed away, just a month over 3 years ago, and not only was I missing my father terribly, and still do to this day, but I felt like I felt lost. So now what do? I had lost my business, shut it down because I needed to take care of my father, specifically during COVID. I was training people. I had my little home gym set up. People would come over, or I would bring my kettlebells over to their house. Um, but I couldn't take a chance on my father catching anything. He had congestive heart failure. Um, his body was shutting down little by little. So I had to shut my business down. Fortunately, I had some money saved up. When my father passed away, I had a little bit of inheritance from him. I did inherit the house, which is very fortunate for me. But what do? I lost what I thought might have been my identity. I was a caregiver for so many years, and I gave everything to it to keeping my dad as comfortable as possible, letting him know that at every turn, no matter what happened, that as his caregiver, he was still my father. So, I had to do things for him that was uncomfortable for him. But I always try to approach it with dignity first, letting him know he was my dad. What do I do when I didn't have anyone to give that care to? And that's when it came to me after all the tools that I had been using myself as a caregiver, it was time to teach. It was time to teach meditation. It was time to teach breath work. It was time to teach the meaningful aspects of yoga, as well as my study of A Course in Miracles, a little bit of Buddhism, shamanism, Sufism, all the stuff that I had gathered through decades of searching to continue being a caregiver. But now I have everyone who comes into my live stream to care for. Every single person. If you're here, I care for you. And I'll just continue. Let's see. Nightmare says, were you close with your mother, Eric? If that's too personal, I apologize. I was not close to my mom. We had a frictious relationship. We butted heads. I had no doubt that she loved me. I don't think she always liked me. There was no doubt that I loved her. I don't think I always liked her. We butted heads at almost every turn. We could not bring ourselves to be in the same position on certain matters. But she was a great mom. She suffered depression, of which I have no small amount myself. But during that time for her and how she was brought up, you didn't do anything with your depression. You just were depressed at times. She was a school teacher, a wonderful school teacher. But when she came home from school, she wasn't particularly responsive to me, her youngest, which was hurtful. However, when my mom had Alzheimer's disease, she became my greatest spiritual teacher because she taught me infinite patience. She taught me infinite kindness. She taught me how to look in someone's eyes and see that even as memories, even as personality, even as ego is drifting away, that pure awareness of who they are remains. And that I needed to stay, in order to see it, I needed to stay centered in the present moment. I couldn't say to her, I just told you. How many times do I have to tell you? don't you listen? Because then I was addressing the disease and not my mom. She taught me to address my mom and not the disease. So when someone comes in here with a different politics than me, I don't address the politics. I address the person. And that makes all the difference. And I wouldn't have gotten that without my mom. And I wouldn't have been there like that for my mom had we not had that contentious relationship. It all flowed together perfectly and beautifully. Now my mom or my dad, different story. We were always close. Person I always turn to. Person I still turn to. Napoleon says, or a preposition, a Latin word meaning with a conjunction, used to form phrases that mean along with or and. Thank you. Much appreciated. Confident says, Yogi, I think you are a great son. Thank you, Confident. Let's see. Odom says my wife has congestive heart failure in her 30s. You mentioned that. Odom, I'm so sorry. And I know without even a little bit of doubt that you are there caring for your wife so much. I've heard you talk about the deep love that you have for your wife. Confident says, as a pediatrician, it can be extremely challenging. Oh, I bet. I bet. Hey, I have a question for you. Be Confident says, Yogi, I have a question. Shoot. Confident says, you believe in yourself all the time? Yes and no. First, let me ask my question. Do you feel that being a pediatrician is your purpose, is your dharma? I no longer believe in myself, in my small, limited, egoic self. I've seen through the ego. Does that mean that I don't fall into the egoic reactions and responses? I still do. I still get drawn in, but I don't believe it. I don't believe in it. And it's easier for me to navigate in a much more freer and heart-centered life. So when I don't believe in that little self, it means I can now turn my belief to that larger self, that sense of peace that is with me at all times. Sometimes I forget about it, but I can always turn to it. I can always remember it. The whole process of meditation is remembering, rejoining, putting things back. That's yoga. Yoga means to yoke, to join, to rejoin, to remember. Daisy says, running Daisy out to do her business. Leave you running, my friend. Thank you, Daisy. Much appreciated. Napoleon Dynamite says, I'm rich. Good for you, my friend. Because I have a family. Even better for you. Awesome. That was beautifully said. Confidence says, yes, Yogi, you're right. Eric Point says, hey, Yogi in chat. Hey, Eric Point. Thanks for being there this morning. Confidence says, I'm sorry, Odom. Today, it's 1940. Nice. I thought you were going live today. Eric Point say to Napoleon. Hey, Song Ho, how are you? I'm sorry I missed you, Runner Boy. I didn't see you live. Nightmare says my granddad had dementia. He would always ask where his wife, where grandmother was. Sadly, she died years before. But I learned lying isn't always a bad thing, because telling the truth telling the truth to him was devastating. Yeah, I can see that, and it's not really a lie. It doesn't have that. I think of a lie as having that intent to deceive, and your intent was to comfort. Huge difference. And depending how you answer, she isn't here right now, or she is somewhere else. Who's to say that's necessarily untrue? Confident says, support done for all of you. Thank you, Confident. Hey, Tandra, how are you? Hey, Tandra, how was your experience hosting the live stream yesterday? You had mentioned that you were nervous. You sounded awesome. You sounded confident, serene, the Tandra that I know. But how was it from your perspective? Did you find yourself getting more comfortable? Odom waves at Eric LaPointe and Tandra. Confident says, Yogi, I need to tell you something. Shoot, my friend. Eric was there. I didn't see it, Runner Boy. I feel bad. I'll watch the replay, though. Confident says, how long do you think you've known me? Let's see. When did you come on the live stream? July? June? No, you Confident, you can say something. You got me curious. Are you someone that I knew before? From another name, another channel? Are you someone that I know in real life, or from a different social media background? All a possibility. Rona Boy says, my grandmother is in the hospital now with cancer. That's not treatable. I'm sorry, Rona Boy. My prayers to your grandmother, to your family, to you. That is not an easy situation. If you need whatever you need, Runner Boy, let us know. Nightmare says, LP is in the house. You saw the way Nightmare, did you see the way he let his presence be known at the end of this morning's live stream? Odom says, I need to get your opinion on something. I'll reach out to you on Facebook Messenger one day this week, Yogi. Absolutely, Odom. Nightmare says, hello, Tandra. Confidence says, you all are my favorite people. It's a good group of people here. Man, I certainly got lucky. Let's see. Tanya says, I didn't think that I did that well, but I watched some back, and I don't think I did it as bad as I felt. That's a huge realization. How we're processing something and how it actually goes, two different things. Let's see. Joyful Jenny says, salute to all veterans. Absolutely. We started off talking about that. I gave a big salute to my father, veteran in the U.S. Navy, and Milka, 23-and-a-half-year veteran from the Air Force. Let's see. Haris Abbas says, okay. Okay, my friend. Thank you for being here. Janae says, love to all. Love to you, my friend. Love and prayers to all. Bonaway says, be confident as my father. I suspected it. You guys got the same haircut. Tanya says, plus I did all the songs and graphics at the start. I love the Jace song. So it took me something to get it all ready. Glad I did it, though. All of that gave it a very professional touch, Tandra. Confidence says, Yogi, I just maybe want to say it now. I love you with all my heart. I am someone you've known before. That's all I'll say. I love you all. I love you too, my friend. If you want, send me an email. Let me know. Jenny says, I'm a veteran salute at Lighthouse. Have a blessed day all. You too, my friend. Runner Boy says, be confident. Do I know you before? Hit that thumbs up, says Joyfield. Thank you. Odom says, you too, Joyfield Jenny. Confidence says, all I want to say is no matter who I am, I love all of you. Thank you. Reach out, be confident. You've been here before when we've talked with people who are deeply depressed, people who are struggling. You know, everyone will turn out for you. Reach out to me privately if you want. Get my, I don't know if I asked you if you were on Facebook before or not. I think I did. You can reach out to me, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp if you want, or just an email. Hey, man, let the trail heal you. Runner Boy says, I hope he's not Laradox, just saying. Tanja says, thanks, Yogi. Absolutely, Tanja. To me, it seemed like you took extra steps, extra measure, just to, man, your deep commitment to making that an event. Impressive. And it showed. Runner Boy says, I hope he's not Laradox, just saying. Confidence says, I can't do this trail without help. All right, we'll help you. What do you need? Nightmare says, that's your secret. Love it, Eric. I'm happy for you. Well, thank you, Nightmare. Man, don't tell Milka. Confidence says, Yogi, I believe I need strength and I can't find it anywhere. Where are you looking? Where are you looking for that strength? Hey, you are a person of faith. That's where you're going to find your strength, right there. Tanya says, Eric, yeah, that's the way I am. It's a good way to be. Confidence says, Yogi, I'm officially say it. I am Laradox. Runner Boy called it right. Eric Point is laughing. Runner Boy says, Eric Point is laughing. Let's lock him up now. Well, you just made your identity. You just made your identity known. Just want to be around my family again without making my identity known. Hey, Michael. Confidence says, thanks, Yogi. You have always been my helper. Runner Boy says, I do have the power to hide and be confident, just saying. Hey, I never had Laradox or wanted to. I had, of course, we have questions for him. You know, it was a pretty awful thing to do to our friend Optimob. Nightmare says your cat hasn't popped in to say hello recently. I hope he or she isn't too much of a difficult time conquering the world. I don't know what she's up to. She had popped in a bit ago. Cats, man. Cats are the weirdest creatures in the world. Give me a choice between a cat and a possum. If I could have a pet possum, I would replace both my cats with a pet possum. Confidence says, go ahead and take my mod away. If it makes you guys feel any better. Nadeem says, hope everyone remembers me. How are you, Nadeem? Give us a refresher. Confidence says it was bad. Runner Boy says, I will not stand for this. He sats down. Okay, that's better. Let's see. But confident. Do you know why you're apologizing? That's the thing that was always my issue. It was not the apology or lack of an apology. It was the not acknowledging the position that you put him in. You know what I mean? Nightmare says, no, Eric, cats are amazing, and you can learn a lot from them, especially if you're into self-defense at all. You know, Eckhart Tolle said he has known several Zen masters in his life, and they were all cats. But man, possums, possums don't get leprosy? I don't know why I know that. They also don't get rabies. Confidence says, love you all. Hey, Confident / Laradox, I love you too. Well, yeah, I know you're not a pedestrian. Pediatrician. Maybe you might be a pedestrian. It was a false identity. Let's see. Nadeem says, drunk again today. How many days were you sober for? Sniper says, what did I just miss? We had the revelation from Be Confident that he is Laradox. It's funny. Eric Lapointe had said, I hope he's not Laradox. Actually, in Runner Boy. I'll be honest. I don't care. It does, of course, it might make some people uncomfortable. If it does, guys, let me know. What do you want to do? Let's see. Nadeem says, I'm happy with Kalas. What do you mean? I'm happy with it, Kalas. I do understand my position. I'm a liar and I understand. It is not for me to give mercy or not to give mercy. It is for me to forgive. And it's not the forgiveness of Laradox, you lied, you did this, you did that, and I forgive you. It is the forgiveness of saying that I'm looking past the false perception of your actions, of who you are, and I'm seeing the innocence of which you truly are. That doesn't mean there aren't issues at hand to be dealt with. Of course it does. Runnerboy says I don't accept words because possums have a low body temperature. Huh. I have a perpetually low body temperature. Wonder if that makes me immune to leprosy and rabies. There's only one way to find out, guys. Runaway says only actions like eating an orange. So that's the penance. Runaway, you would make a lousy God. You would make a lousy Old Testament God. Adam and Eve sin in the garden, and you'd be like, ah, it's all right. Eat an orange. Eat an orange. All's forgiven. All it takes is an orange. Sniper says, be confident. Why couldn't you come back as yourself and deal with the problem? So, we're not talking about messing up his live stream, right? We're talking about the accusations that you made against him on Barbara's channel, right? I just want to make sure that we're on the same wavelength with that. Hey, Lion, my friend, how are you? It's been a bit. I hope things are well with you. Man, Runaway could have said an onion. I'll forgive you if you make a video eating a raw onion, like an apple. But no, he says an orange. Confidence says, because it was a shame, squirrel. Naima says, I learned the hard way not long ago. I went to pet my cat while he was sleeping. He got a fright. It turns out cats are faster than the speed of sound. And before I knew it, my hand was slashed to bits. I've had similar experiences with cats before. Fortunately, my cats are pretty mild, pretty gentle, both of them. Not that, you never know with a cat. Well, I'm not sure that I would have Optimob's name in the channel, though. They might not want that. They might not want that association. You know what I mean? Sniper says, that's noble of you to say be confident. You just now have the shine bright and keep that light. Thank you, Sniper. Boy says, all sins forgiven once you consume the orange. Well, that was easy. Tima says, okay, squirrel, I feel much better. I'm going to go on Laradox account. Hey, Laradox. Welcome back. Line says, up and down. Thanks for asking. Anything we can help you with? "10 seconds in jail is your punishment." Sniper says, both my cats are black ninja cats, deadly at any moment. Man, my downstairs cat loves to do my yoga asana routine with me, and my upstairs cat loves to never interrupts my meditation. She just loves to sit right where I am as I meditate. One of us says, me whispers into Laradox's ear, eat the orange. After being confident, move forward. Nightmare says, cats rule the world. Yeah, they certainly think so, don't they? My cats certainly think the world revolves around them, and at least here, it does. So, Laradox. Me, how I proceed and what goes on also has a large amount to do with what our friends feel comfortable with. I cannot deny safe spot for other people too. Everything's got to be cool with everyone, or it's not cool at all. Me, all of it, I can't hold on anything from the past. I just can't. So I don't. I refuse to. But that might not be the way everyone else wants to proceed. So take everything into account. Not everyone is going to be settled with an orange. Nightmare says cats rule the world. Yep, I read that. Sorry. And they do. Lion says, I don't know. To be honest, I like hearing you guys talk. Hey, I'm glad that helps. Sometimes it just, sometimes we just need to be around people. I'm here for you, though. You have my email, so just reach out whenever you need to. Runaway says, as the old saying goes, when you fall off that tree, get back up and eat that orange. That is an old saying. Man, I remember my old grandfather telling me that when I was just a boy. Let's see. Theodoc says, Yogi, I gotta go. The trail won't walk itself. So, hey, Theodoc, be confident. Reach out if you need to talk. Reach out if you need me. If you're serious that you don't know if you have the strength for the trail, reach out and we'll talk. Boy says it should come down to a vote, make a poll. Man, I'm not sure it should be a vote, though. Just people let me know. Confidence says make the poll. I don't know if it would be fair for everyone. Nightmare, I have to go. Do you think we can do the breath work quickly? We can't do the breath work quickly. What I'm going to do, Nightmare, is demonstrate. I'm not going to do the whole 10 breaths. I'm going to do 5. Okay? This is a great way of relieving stress quickly. I'm only going to do 3. And it's great for sleep as well as relieving stress and calming. It is the 4, 7, 8 breath. We breathe in for 4, making that snoring sound. We hold the breath for a count of 7, not 7 seconds, your count of 7. We exhale slowly through the nose. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 2 ways of doing it. We're going to do the first one through the mouth. We're going to put our tongue on the upper teeth. We're going to purse our lips and we're going to go. We're going to make that ha sound with an open mouth, like a sigh, for a count of 8. So I'm going to demonstrate and then I'll do it 3 times. I'm going to breathe in, count of 4. I breathed in for 4, held for 7. I exhaled with a whoosh, parsing my lips, my tongue up there. Yeah, I know it looks weird. For a count of 8. Do it 3 times. If you want to do it with me, 3 times, here we go. I'm going to breathe in. Three times. At night, do the same thing, but exhale through your nose instead of your mouth. That's the only difference. Let me know if you did it. Let me know if it works. And ask any questions. Confidence says we need to figure it out. Confidence says to see if I should be hidden from the channel. I just don't know if a poll is fair. I says, thanks, man. You're welcome. Anytime. And I hope you know that. I hope you know to reach out. Bonobo says, I'm going to tell my grandkids that Yogi was the Buddha. We are all the Buddha. Of course, you know what they say in Buddhism? If you meet the Buddha on the road, kill it. And there's a reason for that. All right, let me get back to my desktop. Let's see. Eric Point says, I did that breath work this morning also. Nightmare. Nice, guys. Confident / move forward / Laradox says, I got to go. See you tomorrow. All right, maybe tomorrow we'll do the poll. Maybe we'll do the poll this evening. Who knows? And just, you guys, what do you think? Should we do a poll? Is it fair? Can a poll reflect forgiveness? Now, again, there's other issues at play. We had some good friends that were hurt. Nightmare says, thanks for that, Eric. Have a good one, Eric, in chat. Absolutely, my friend. Lion says, I'm going to try it. And is it normal to be stressed for about a year? I don't believe in normal. Right now, yes, it is normal to be stressed for a year or to be stressed for a lifetime. And many of us are, maybe even most of us are, without even knowing that we are subjected to this low-level stress that is having a serious impact on our mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. So it's normal. Is it right? No, it isn't, because it can be avoided. We don't have to have that kind of stress. We have the tools available. Stress in and of itself isn't bad. It's how we manage stress. It's how do we mitigate stress. It's why we have stress. All of that counts. All of that matters. So yes, it's absolutely normal to be stressed for about a year. No, you shouldn't be stressed for a year. And let's fix it. Let's heal it. You and I and everyone here, let's heal it. So here's the thing. Again, it's for me to forgive. It's for everyone else to decide if they want to forgive. That's the issue. You guys let me know. Ultimately, guys, I got my name on the channel. You are the guys that make the channel. Now, I took a stance earlier, last summer, where I said I'm going to refuse to ban people. I can't create a safe spot for anyone. And it's not even my position. What I can do is help everyone be their own safe spot, to not be reactive to everybody and every comment that comes in, to not keep fighting people that, this person is a troll and they're ruining my life, and this person is doing this and this is doing that. None of that has to be. It's just names and words on a computer screen, on a phone screen. However, with what happened with Laradox and Optimob, took things to a different level. Then it became a matter of legal issues. That's how deep it was. So that's why everything needs to be taken into consideration. I like Laradox. I've always liked Laradox. Laradox has been a troublemaker. Everyone knows that. But no buts. You can like and love someone with every single issue. Lord knows I've had my share of issues. Different ones. Sample says, Lion, watch what a nervous dog does. It shakes it off straight away. Lion says, dogs are smart. I get sad a lot. I don't recognize myself anymore. Lion, that's not a bad place to be. Not recognizing yourself means now it's time to really look who you truly are. Ask yourself those all-important questions. Who am I? But don't settle on an answer. Ashutosh says, remember? What's that, my friend? Sampa says, dogs can smell illnesses and also find missing persons. That's even underwater. I had a cousin whose dog sniffed out cancer on her leg. Yeah, there you go. Lion says the same thing. Dogs sense out a cancer. Yeah, they can. Let's see. Ashutosh says it's 12:41 in India at night. Well, thank you for joining us so late, my friend. It's about 2:15-ish here in the United States, in eastern United States. It's 1912 in the UK. So breathwork is certainly a game changer, guys. It is the great de-stressor. When you are stressed, when you are anxious, when you are anything, depressed, you're breathing a certain way, a specific pattern that we recognize as being normal, but it isn't. And you only know when you start to breathe correctly. And you only start to breathe correctly when you check in with yourself. How am I feeling? Quick body scan. And then enter a breath. You can do that anytime. The great, great breath. The victorious breath. Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi means victorious in Sanskrit. And it's making that ha sound. Where are my practice glasses? Somewhere. There they are. The ha sound. I'm going to fog up my glasses. Foggy. Because I made that ha sound. Like a snore. Now I'm going to breathe in through my nose. I'm going to make that same sound with my mouth shut. Now I'm going to do the same thing as I breathe in. Same sound. There's a natural constriction of the throat. Just do that without any special amount of time breathing in or any special amount of time breathing out. Just a gentle, very gentle. No one else should have to hear it but you. Immediately starts to calm. Immediately starts to tone the vagal nerve. The vagal nerve is that nerve that can either quickly or slowly bring us from fight or flight, that stress state, to rest and digest, that responsive state. So the more we practice just that. Roam Ashish says, hi, hello, my friend. Roam has a question. What's the question? Sniper says, greetings. Now, once you have that down, you can start playing with other aspects of the breath. If you just need a very gentle, calming, but also energetic practice, breathe in. 4 in, 4 out, all by your count. Breathe in for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4. If you're having trouble sleeping, take that same breath and now exhale for a count of 8. Ten breaths, instantly calmed. You can check your blood pressure, you can check your pulse, and you actually see. Let's see. I have a question. If it's okay with you, sure. Lion says I'm going to try. Let me know. Let me know. And if you want, send me a video on my email, as you have my email. And if it needs a little bit of correcting or whatever, I don't think it will be. It's an easy breath. Just takes a little bit of practice. How old are you? If you don't answer, you don't want to. I'm 59 years old. I think officially I'm the oldest person on YouTube. That's the poll I should take. If I were to poll YouTube right now, I would officially be voted the oldest person on YouTube. Well, it says, okay. Lion says you look amazing. Thank you, Lion. Hey, Weldon Carey, my friend, how are you? What's new with the channel? How are you doing subscriber-wise? And what is the next? Man, you're so close to 1.9. How many away from 1.9? Wolf says you look 36. Only if we're dyslexic and we read it as 63. I appreciate that, though. Everyone says you don't look 59. I keep in shape. I eat well. I work out every single day. Body weight stuff, kettlebells, a lot of kettlebells right now. And I walk and I run every day. I do 2 rounds of yoga. I've meditated. I've done yoga, meditation, and breath work for well over 30 years. Hey, Miss Flipper. Miss Flipper, we were just doing some breath work. I'm actually going to end the live stream in about 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes. Roy says, where are you from? I was born in Pennsylvania. I'm in the United States on the East Coast. I was born in Pennsylvania. I grew up in the state of Maryland. He also eats legumes. I do eat legumes. Every day. Let's see. William says, I'm from Italy. Beautiful country. I have not been there. I had lots of friends. I have a friend in this conversation who lives in Italy. So maybe this evening, I'll do an unusual breath. I think I've demonstrated before, and I have a video that I did it. Miss Pippa says, Oi, Roy and Roma here. Roma says, how do you start a stream? Well, let's go over to your channel real quick. You need 50. You need 50 subscribers. You might need to be a certain age. How old are you? So you need 50 subscribers, and then you can do a live stream. Rome is 10. I'm not sure what it is with, I don't know if there's an age limit or not. Check with your parents. That's the important thing. Never do anything online um, without your parents knowing exactly what you're doing. Sniper says 16, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Boy says, well, you can't. You're too young and we'll get banned. Now, I do know some younger people who have done live streams. Hey, our friend Flower. So I don't know. Maybe it's a country by country. Sniper says, I hope your parents are watching where you end up on YouTube. Absolutely. I hope so too. Like I said, never, never, never do anything online without your parents knowing 100% of what you're doing. So once you're old enough, once you get the subscribers, YouTube automatically provides the ability to say go live, I guess, right? And it's just a matter of hitting the go live button and setting it all up. It'll guide you through the whole thing. So yeah, this evening, the bumblebee breath. It's called Brahmari breath, which means black bee in Sanskrit. And it is a very weird breath. You're humming. You're making the humming bee sound. And you are closing the senses. You put your hands on your ears very lightly. It's more of a mudra. You're not literally blocking things. You're just signifying the intent to turn your attention inwards. So here, your thumbs, on your eyes, on your nose, on your mouth. Breathe in through the nose and you exhale with a hum. Your mouth closed, you make a humming noise. Elongate the hum. I highly, highly recommend doing this in public so people know exactly how weird you are. It'll help you sleep. If you want to do it before you meditate, it'll deepen your meditation. It increases your nitrous oxide, your natural production of nitrous oxide, which is heart healthy, stress reducing, as well as helping your recovery. So if you are a high repetition body weight practitioner, of which I know many of you are, if you are a runner, long distance walker, backpacker, anything that relies upon the production of nitrous oxide, or you need to recover from a heavier workout, this breath is for you. You can majorly take your blood pressure and see it go down by doing this breath. I've done it in front of doctors getting my blood pressure checked, and I have low blood pressure, and not like low, harmful low, but just low, good shape low. And they're always impressed and like, oh, there you have such low blood pressure, you must be happy. And I'm always joking with them and say, well, I could make it lower though if I want. And they're like, well, you're gonna what, change your diet or whatever? And I said, no, I can do it now. And in an instant. And 3, 5, whatever breaths, bring it down significantly. And if you do it enough, it'll keep it down. Not as low as when you first do it, but significantly across the board. Let's see. Nadeem has a suggestion for everyone. Probably will not take you up on that suggestion though, my friend. So we'll do that breath this evening. Sniper says, is that a gentle exercise? It is. It's very gentle. Very gentle. there are some strenuous breaths. Um, you know, the Wim Hof breathing method was just a modified yogic breath. Sniper says, Nadim, sleep it off, mate. Yep, good suggestion, Sniper. And that can be very strenuous, and it's not for everyone, nor should it be. But a very gentle breath of fire, which is a more vigorous breath to use to wake up, it puts you slightly in the fight or flight, distress, just enough to start your day. When you start your day, you need to be awake. You need to be aware. You need to have the proper neurochemical solutions sloshing around in your head. Otherwise, you're not going to catch that woolly mammoth. Leo says, you're good to go. Leo, how are you? I had you up and running. Day 309, Monday Blues. I didn't get a chance to pop in and say hi, but I had you there. I was support all the way. Let's see. Much love, sir. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you look, that is our friend Leo. You had a good crowd of people. The legendary Chris Crable. Chris was a very, very early supporter in my live stream. As a matter of fact, Chris might have been the first person to show up on my live stream, if I'm not mistaken. So, if you want to do that breath later tonight, stop by, let me know. Semper says, sorry, Weldon Carey. I see what you did there. He's just drunk and hurting. Who either come back and learn or he won't. Yep. That's the way it works. Nadim's been here. He's a friend. And even friends have off days, you know. I certainly had my off days, and, you know, as mentioned, my own personal story, a decade of destructive drinking. I had more off days than I had a right to have. I had more people forgive me than I had the right to be forgiven. Learned quite a bit. And as Sniper says, you either come back and learn or you don't. I was very fortunate that I had people who allowed me to come back. I will always be that person for someone. I will always be the person that allows you to come back. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I got a few things to do. I got my own breath work to do. And then I'm going to take my last walk for the day. We got, man, yesterday was cold. I barely made it into the 50s. Today, it is 71 degrees and the sun is out. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Walk number 3 coming up. Sniper says, catch you soon. Thank you, Sniper. Thank you for being here. Guys, I'll see everyone later. Take care.